last time on Dice Funk.
The neutral exemplars are a creature called the Rilmani.
That sure seems like a faction that would line up with Lady of Hurt trying to stop wars from happening.
Every 100 years or so, they have a big meeting. They decide how the universe is out of balance, and they tip it back.
What's everyone's theory on the purple goo?
Slod related?
Well, yeah, Slod related,
Pretty
but
sure
like,
it's the slot. I mean,
is this like the Slod is, vampire turning them, or, they were made of Slod goo or something?
no, it's revenge, right? Conduit of revenge, angels getting revenge on us. It all tracks.
If something happens to me, I need you to make sure you get Lime back to Lloyd.
Yeah, I'll make sure she gets to Lloyd.
Thanks, buddy. And King's gonna give Blake a very big hug.
Oh, that's gay.
I'm in the astral plane, the space between spaces. It's a simple scavenger hunt. I have found suitable vessels for my revenge and poured my anger into them. One of them holds the key to my location.
I mean, my mind says the Athar,
Yeah.
just because that seems like a pretty huge part of all
Good
this.
God, honestly, who gets mad more than Lancelot?
King, Constitution saving throw. To end the episode, let's see how your slod infection has progressed.
Oh, well, I crit failed. Even with the +8.
Woo!
So last we left the adventure, King doubled over in agonizing pain from whatever is happening inside of his body from his slod wounds, and the party immediately has to take him to seek medical attention.
To the doctor!
To the doctors!
The closest place to receive medical attention here in heaven would be, I guess, Anastasia's temple?
Yeah, but this is Dice Funk. It's a D&D show run by Americans. So, like, do we go to the closest, or do we go to the closest that our insurance covers?
I was just thinking, what if her thing was like a golden corral? Because she's always wearing sweatpants and eating food, and I feel like that'd be really good. I'm hungry.
I'm just gonna rub some dirt on it. Let's get going.
Okay, well, Laura, do you know what a golden corral is? Did that mean anything to you?
It is a food place of some kind.
Food should be in quotations.
I assume they serve pancakes?
I think they do in the morning.
Again, probably in quotes.
It's an all-you-can-eat Southern buffet thing associated with, like, truly disgusting portions and...
Quality. We could just... It sucks. It blows. It's awful. It's disgusting.
Austin tricked me into walking like 4 miles to one time. He was like, it's real close. It's right there. And then like 4 miles later, there it was. And then I got rained on.
My understanding of walking distance is skewed by the fact that I'm 6'4" and I have very long leggies, and Lauren is like 4'3", so...
I'm not 4, I'm 5'4", and I have a long torso and short legs.
So yeah, walking difference is very different for us. Anyway, so you take King to Anastasia's temple, which I guess is now a golden corral, a Norse-themed golden corral. Hopefully you're in her network, as Laura said, or otherwise, whew!
I don't understand America still.
It won't be here for much longer.
I have good insurance now, but if I lose it, guess who's gonna go crazy because they're gonna have to go off meds? It's me. I love to play with brain chemicals.
Chemicals. So I guess the party kicks in Anastasia's door. Do you want to start just role-playing this situation?
No, shaving a haircut.
Oh my god. It's gonna be this kind of episode, huh?
Is somebody gonna give me 2 bits or not?
No, absolutely not.
He'll never give me 2 bits.
Get your own bits.
Lynette kicks down the door and just screams, These idiots got themselves infected again.
It was just him. I'm very smart.
So Anastasia's here. She's probably looking over like battle plans and stuff because the believers are at war. But you can drag King's dying body inside and like put him up on a table or something. Roll medicine.
18 on medicine.
I got a crit.
You're unconscious. Shut up.
No, give me my crit. I crit.
Can you explain how King would do medicine on himself while unconscious?
Meditation. I rolled a 5.
Conrad, if you said something, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, well, I've said a few things, but I botched. And instinct. He could roll instinct.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
So yeah, 18, 5, and a botch from the people who were conscious.
When was it established I was unconscious? I want to go back.
When you collapsed at the end of the last episode.
Somebody play it back. Did Austin say you were unconscious?
I made a really good joke after that, and I feel like King was conscious for that, you know?
To hear Chris's joke.
Yeah. That's what he would do, because he's a bro like that.
All right, so half the group passed. So the group
King would have
passes.
showed up to my art show. Unlike you, Austin.
We have a crit and a botch on the board, which is very weird. So I think, King, as they like lay you down on a table here, you can feel squirming inside your stomach.
Oh, no.
And so your crit is you know where the tadpole is.
I'm going to scream out it's lupus.
It's never lupus.
I think it's right there.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure it's over here.
No, that's my penis. I don't think that's supposed to come out.
There's only one way to be sure.
That's the wrong wiggling tadpole-like structure.
They don't wiggle. Do dicks wiggle? On their own? I don't think so.
So, yes, they do. Yes,
In my
they do.
dick experience.
Trust me. Yes, they do.
You can flex the muscle and it can do a little dance.
I'm sorry. Please repeat that.
You've never seen the dick dance?
No, I think I know. I think I know what you're talking about. I just never heard anybody say it out loud before.
Oh, was it a secret? Was it how to expose the dick dance? I'm
I
sorry.
just never heard it referred to that way.
It does a little dance. You wiggle it around.
I don't know, dog.
So yeah, our friend's dying. Can you do something about that?
Yeah, seriously, doctor,
Please,
let's
our king,
focus.
he's very sick.
Anastasia says, I'm not a doctor, but if you guys want to perform amateur surgery on him here and you fail and kill him, I can bring him back once. So...
Okay, that's good.
I like those odds.
Wait, how can you do that? I thought the resurrection was done now.
I'm the conduit of resurrection.
Yeah, but there's no more anymore.
Yeah, I can't bring people back from the dead. I can save the dying. I can choose from among the slain. That's a Valkyrie tradition.
Oh, that's different then. Yeah, have at it. Go to town.
To be clear, if you kill King, I cannot bring him back. But if you make it so that King is dying, I can.
Oh, okay, so if we just take it so far as to nearly kill him, but not all the way, we're good?
Okay, so if he's like bleeding out,
I'll start us off.
King's going to stab himself in the stomach with a sword.
please don't.
What if he just thinks he's dying? Like, could we waterboard him?
Oh, he's bleeding. Hurry up.
Okay, Lynette got an 18 on medicine. Lynette feels confident to
Because,
do
I mean,
some...
I really think waterboarding.
Lynette feels confident to do some raven surgery.
Yeah, tell me what you do to cut up King.
Blake goes off to find a bucket and a cloth.
Okay, that's good.
I can sacred flame the wounds to close it when it's done.
Lynette's gonna get, what's the little raven's name? Gustav?
Gustav.
Yeah, gonna disinfect those claws and start using them to make an incision.
All right, Blake's going to try and find a source of water to fill the bucket with.
He's a living scalpel.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a doctor now. Dr. Gustav.
Yeah. He can hold the tiny implements in his beak, like little forceps.
What's the name of the head thing that I'd never remember what it's called?
Just the reflective mirror that doctors wear?
Yeah, that guy. He's got one of those on his tiny little raven head.
Okay, so Blake's going to drape the cloth over King's face and mouth.
Like he's dying? Oh, that's right. You're waterboarding him. I keep forgetting kidding? You said that like 10 times and nobody's bit
Am I
yet.
not allowed to see this part?
It is a secret.
I do love this for Blake, though.
He's like, this is how you help, right?
All right, so Lynette, can you roll me dexterity to make this incision with Gustav's little feet as your scalpel?
Oh, okay.
Oh, little feet.
That's a botch.
Ow, my eye!
Oh no!
All right, so I'm gonna put one failure on the board here.
Are you guys doing it? It doesn't sound like anything's happening. I'm just bleeding a lot.
Lynette nicks an artery. It's getting bad. Someone help.
Ooh, feeling kind of dizzy.
All right, so Blake's gonna pour the bucket over.
Stop!
Feeling kind of lightheaded.
Oh my god!
Okay, Lynette's gonna turn to Cordelia and Blake and go, this might work better if the two of you...
Stop waterboarding him.
I wasn't doing it. I was thinking of good, helpful things. And
You
then
said
Blake
you
started
wanted him to.
torturing him.
You said you wanted him to feel like he was dead.
Cordelia, honey, could you hold him? I say hold him down. I don't know how much good that's going to do with his size, but can you try and hold him down? And Blake, can you just hold on for like 2 minutes on the waterboarding?
Blake's like holding the bucket at an angle. It's like, all right.
Hold on, I'm double checking a spell thing really quick in the book.
Did it just rain?
But only where I was wounded. Okay, I was going to try to use Hold Monster on the Tadpole, but I can't see it because it's in his tummy.
Anastasia says, Blake, I think that's vodka.
Ooh!
Oh.
Pour it in the wound!
Oh, all right, yeah. So move the bucket over. I'm just gonna go over the whole torso.
Yeah, no, he's completely soaked. But Anastasia just points towards her mouth, and she's like, "Hit me, chief."
Oh, well, in that case.
Lynette's gonna use locate creature to try and find this tadpole in order to.
I mean, you know where it is.
I said I think it's like right here.
Okay, now that he's not mid being waterboarded, can Lynette give this another attempt?
What if we use his beak instead of his claws?
So strength instead.
Yeah, sure. What is
I
strength?
have a 1 to that, so don't. No, I should not.
That's a 16 this time.
Yeah, so you turn Gustav around, you flip him over, and you just jam the beak in there and just tear the incision open.
Yeah, just go a lot more brute force this time.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts like hell, but he's also covered in vodka, which obviously stings like hell, but it's going to keep the infection down, hopefully. And now you have a good look at King's insides, which are gross. They're icky.
I mean, plus, if you think about it, a tadpole's kind of like a worm, and what do birds love? Wiggly worms. Boom.
Oh my god, that's true, yeah. So advantage to Gustav to root through the organs.
Yep. You're welcome.
Animal handling.
Good animal.
Can I help?
Go to sleep! Wait, don't go to sleep.
17 on animal handling.
I see a light. Should I go towards it?
I got a 3.
What are you rolling for?
Animal handling.
You're not handling it.
Are you handling Gustav?
Oh, no, I'm not. I'd love to handle Gustav.
Don't handle my son.
Cordelia, stop Blake from handling your son.
How do I stop him handling my son?
I'm gonna slap his hand. No.
So Cordelia is a 17. I'm gonna roll Dex for the tadpole to evade Gustav. 18. Boom.
Oh no.
Blake, can you hold my hand?
All right, but I'm gonna have to roll because I keep fucking up.
Okay.
Lynette's gonna cast Mage Hand to have an additional hand with which to hold the wound open. In order to get
There's a pilot Gustav.
Yeah, basically an extra hand.
You're holding the wound open?
To try and hold it open to get a better look at where this tadpole is to hopefully get it this time.
Well, hang on. Don't you have find creature?
We already know where the creature is. Not an issue. It's the third time someone said that. What's happening?
They don't listen to me.
We're panicked. Our friend is on the operating table. We're not doing good.
What if we find the creature, though?
So yeah, I'm holding
Shut up, Boston!
I'm holding the wound open with a ghost hand. Does that help?
Yes, rematch. Gustav versus Tadpole.
Okay.
I rolled a 7.
Come on, Gustav. Does he get the advantage again because he love worm?
22.
Don't need it, never mind.
22 beats a 7, so describe to me what happens.
So with the ghost hand helping hold the wound open, Lynette is now also trying to hold parts of this in place to try and give Gustav the best possible view of this tadpole, so Gustav can just get in there with the beak, root around, bite this thing out, and spit it across the room.
All right, yeah, Gustav throws the tadpole onto the floor of this golden corral, he says, realizing he's lost control of his campaign.
Silver stable.
Have we tried to use find creature?
I don't even know if I'm going to leave this running gag in. There's a tadpole on the ground. What do you do?
Sacred flame!
No, don't hurt it.
I said sacred flame first, so...
18, I think. Does 18 beat?
Yeah.
The tadpole's escaping!
He's escaping!
I'm going after it.
Wait, King, do you try to leap up off the table with your stomach wide open?
Come on.
Yes.
All of our hard work for nothing.
No, I mean, I've been marking severe malpractice during this operation, and that's the third one. So, King, you collapse to the ground and your fucking organs start spilling out. You're gonna die.
Blake, hold my hand.
Anastasia, patient back, please.
So as King's liver and kidneys start fucking tumbling out of his body,
We're trying to put him back in like I can't hold all these organs.
Yeah, and also the tadpole squirms out of the golden corral. Anastasia walks up, big comical turkey leg in one hand, and just puts the other hand on the back of King's head, and suddenly King bursts into flames. And his wound starts like knitting up and healing. Blake, you've seen this. I think you're the only one in the room who's seen this in action. This is the conduit of resurrection. When somebody's dying, she can choose to bring them back. I mean,
Okay.
So I think Valkyrie literally means chooser of the slain, so that when someone's dying, they can be brought back to fight. That's their whole thing.
Back, baby.
Is that thing still trying to get away? Sacred flame. Oh.
We can do locate creature now because we have seen that finally.
Locate that creature.
King, your stomach sews itself up. You're still completely soaked with vodka. You're in agonizing pain, but you're also now cloaked in flame. This is not too dissimilar from your like instinct mode, where you're like a rush of energy. You just feel like someone spiked adrenaline into your heart, and you're ready to go.
Hey, Anastasia, I think there might be a leak in one of your pipes up there. I gotta go find that little the tadpole. Goodbye.
No, we just fixed you. Oh, God. Talk about big head, no thoughts.
King is big head, no thoughts incarnate. I think the tadpole, because Cordelia failed to hit it, it squirmed out of the building and then just fell through the clouds and has escaped. I'm not saying you can't spend time if you want to go looking for it. I am saying that's going to eat into saving Lime, if that's the mission you're choosing to take as a side quest right now.
Yeah, but that poor little guy, he's all alone now.
Oh, my God. He'll find another belly to inhabit.
He's gonna be so scared out there.
You know who I bet is scared?
Yeah.
Lime.
I bet Lime's terrified right now.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't just keep falling through clouds forever.
Imagine being kidnapped by a slod that wants revenge on your father.
King, do you want to go maybe save the one of your kids that has never tried to kill you?
That we know of, in fairness.
That we know of.
Yeah, I'll have to find that one later. Anyway, Anastasia, as I was saying, I'm pretty sure there's a leak in one of your pipes. After all this is said and done, I can come back with my tools and I can help you find that, you know.
That's great. Do you want to clean up all this fucking gore and vodka you spilled all over my fucking house?
No, I don't think.
All right. We gotta find Lime.
Bye.
I just use prestidigitation because you can clean with magic. Otherwise, what's the fucking point of magic?
Lynette is using that too. The two of us just sort of do it as we're walking out the door.
All right, so I guess that's the end of that scene.
Oh, yeah, because that went smooth. Yeah.
Yes, there was no torture.
We should really dwell on how well that all went.
I want to knock over some candles on my way out.
Why?
I'm an agent of chaos.
You're not. You're neutral. Well, if Nifyx succeeds, you can be whatever you want. Speaking of Nifyx,
Me? Who? What? What's happening?
last we left Nifyx, you were in the discotheque Hermes, and some bounty hunters came to arrest you, to capture you for stealing the Gjallarhorn. Sharon killed some of them with her scythe and some of them with knives, and you killed some of them with a giant spider and some of them by crushing them under hundreds of speakers playing Chumbawamba's tub thumping.
Pissing the night away.
Surely a reference to when the same thing happened in Lord of the Rings, I believe it was. So, of course, the classics.
This campaign has gotten away from me and I love it.
It really pisses me off when people like lazily resort to Tolkien.
I know, we should have some original thoughts and action set pieces instead of just going through the cliche stuff. So we cut back to that, and there's like a giant pool of blood on the floor, and tub thumping is playing in the distance. And Sharon goes over to the bar, pulls out 2 glasses, and pours some bone juice.
Somebody should turn the blood pile into a skating rink.
That's very morbid.
This is a morbid campaign. Shut up.
That's Cordelia.
Well, that went better than I thought it would.
I mean, yeah. It went fun.
Drink, hon?
Oh, please.
You know, bone juice is mildly hallucinogenic for non-psychopomps. Have you been seeing or hearing anything?
It's been a while I've been having this stuff. The line is hard to see sometimes.
You know what this stuff's made out of?
I was assuming bones.
No, it's called bone juice because we drink it.
Ah, what's it made of?
Ectoplasm.
Oh, that's real metal.
Yeah, I guess it could be called ghost juice instead, but...
Oh.
Anyway, you probably shouldn't be drinking it, but it's too late. Bottoms up.
Bums up. Hey. A doctor prescribed it.
Sharon finishes her drink and says, so, what now?
Well, here's probably not a good place for us to stay. What, with the whole very quickly finding where we are thing?
Yeah, I mean, you did walk through public to get here, so I assume they tracked you, and it won't take long for people to figure out my whole situation, so...
I mean, even if I hadn't come here, it doesn't seem like it was going to take long.
No, we live in a world with magic that can locate people and conduits that can find people, so anywhere we go is only temporary.
What I'm hearing is... road trip.
Road trip.
If we can't stay anywhere, do you want to just get going for a while?
Sharon picks up the bottle and says, how about before we leave Sigil behind once and for all, we get one more look at it? And she just starts walking up to the stairs up onto the roof.
Nifyx is gonna follow her up.
I mean, Sigil is a beautiful city. Incredible architecture, tons of history, but it's also currently on fire because of the war.
Yeah.
So there's a bittersweetness to it. This might be the last time Nifyx ever gets to see it, and there's just fighting in the streets, and buildings are on fire, and people are yelling, and it's not great.
Hopefully, everything we did ends up worth it.
I don't think you ever told me. Why did you steal the Gjallarhorn?
I'm not a big fan of the whole system of planes and people born into being inherently made of alignments, and after a while of, being in this second life not doing terribly well, I made a choice myself. I tried to reshape things. I tried to restructure the world so it might be a bit better for the people who come next.
What I'm hearing is, don't ever try to help people. It only makes things worse.
I mean, no matter what I do, it seems to make things worse. I might as well make things worse in a way that I feel confident standing behind.
No regrets?
No regrets.
Sharon says, I can drink to that. And she just now she's just drinking straight out of the bottle.
You just gotta lean. You gotta lean into your regrets, like that person with the bad Pikachu tattoo that they got the drunk Pikachu tattoo painted over.
Yeah, Sharon is very drunk Pikachu right now.
So, with everywhere going to hell, where to first?
Well, there's a number of rivers to choose from. You know the Styx, of course. I took you down the Phlegethon and the Cocytus. There's also the Leth and the Acheron, but also that's a plane now because Gary Gygax. Don't ask about it.
And any of them got any good party life?
Nah, they're pretty dead.
Ha.
I don't know who you think you are.
You have the ore, honey. So if you're gonna cast off the boat and take us to one of the rivers, it's on you.
What are the options of the various rivers again?
The Styx, the Phlegethon, the Cocytus, and the Leth.
I'm trying to remember what all their deals were.
The Styx is a dark river. It's the most famous one. The Phlegethon is a river of boiling blood. The Cocytus is a river of ice. And the Leth, you don't know. We've never been to the Leth.
But also Cocytus has the word cock in it, so maximum joke potential.
That is a real compelling one.
That's what probably has the best dancing.
You know what? I
Because of the penis dance, remember from the earlier in this episode?
Yep, the pianist. Yep, Austin,
I don't
good
know
job.
who gave you permission to do a running gag.
I had to clear that with the council.
But before we get to that, I think Nifyx is going to suggest the one that she's never been to before. Start with something new, something exciting.
Something new and exciting. All right. Well, just raise the oar and just imagine the ground opening up underneath the discotheque, and let's go down into it.
Nifyx gets the oar and imagines the river opening up beneath the boat to take us to the Leth, was it?
Yep, Lethe is how you spell that if you want to Google this mythological river.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, when Nifyx you raise the oar to do so, nothing happens, and instead a portal opens up on top of the Hermes, and figures begin strolling out of it.
Do we recognize these figures?
Oh, I hate these dudes. I didn't talk about it last time. These are the fucking, we need to bring balance to the world douches.
He's wearing the dumbest hat.
League of Shadows bullshit. I hate this trope. I hate every part of it.
Just a human with a long face.
But then what's all that round stuff? Is it his hair? Is it a hat? Is he just like an orb person?
So these are the real Mani. They're the neutral
Yeah.
exemplars. They look mostly human. They have kind of longer heads, or I guess taller heads. Like their chin to top of head ratio is skewed. But besides that, they just look like gray-skinned humanoids. And they wear
They're wearing Armani.
Yeah, they're wearing Armani robes. And they do have like weird headdresses that Lauren was dunking on. But essentially that's just to disguise the fact that their design is very basic and human. So they give them weird clothes to compensate.
They're like, ooh, these fluffy sleeves make us exotic.
These are the ones who wanted the lady of hurt, the woman of hurt, to be a thing.
Yeah, the real Mani think it is their duty to ensure balance in the Force, essentially. They're the Jedi Council. You know how they're like, there's only one Sith in the world and there's thousands of Jedi. We should balance the Force and not think about what that means.
Hate them.
Okay.
I hate them so much.
Yeah, they're that. They're wildly unpopular as far as Planescape things go. They've never been brought back because they suck shit.
Austin's like, yes, this is what I want. The thing everybody hates. Oh.
Dice Funk is about taking the worst elements of D&D and trying to do something with them.
Oh my gosh.
Can we launch them into the sun? Can that be what we do with them?
Can we throw them into the sun?
That's up to Nifyx. So 7 real Mani walk out slowly. They have their fingers tented as they walk out, like, yes, yes. And they just kind of form up in like a flying V on top of the Hermes. And they say, where do you think you're going?
Oh, and they sound lame too.
Yes, this is my voice. I'm the head Rilmani. I don't have a name right now. Don't worry about it.
It sounds like the frat boy accent again.
Does it?
A little bit. My father owns 10 yachts.
Oh, that's the my father voice. I was thinking frat guys like, yo, bro. Yeah, bro. Come on, bro.
No, richer.
This is like trust fund kids.
Yeah. No, the real Mani are they're snootier.
Nifyx looks over to Sharon and goes, okay, these are your lot.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dear. You've been dragged into this. These are the people behind the scenes making the whole Lady of Pain propaganda thing and controlling everything from behind the scenes.
Okay, maybe you got some insight for me then. Why do they not want us going if the whole thing's falling apart?
You think you can just escape your duties? You promised to restore balance to Sigil. You can't escape now.
Well, I mean, neither of us is going to be helping bring any kind of balance if we're dead, so we gotta get going.
You'll be going nowhere without our permission.
You know, Sharon, this is a real buzzkill. I was pretty confident that it was going to be girls on the run time. I was excited. No one telling us what to do. This is not how I envisioned the road trip.
They've been telling me what to do for a long time. Do you want to listen?
Say no, throw them into the sun.
Ominous voice from the heavens says, hit him in the throat with the oar.
Nifyx looks to Sharon and goes, okay, you ready? And then she casts disintegration.
Okay. Well, this is a guy in a really big puffy robe, so he's not exactly nimble.
Get him.
9.
That's not gonna do it. Let's roll some damage. 65 damage.
All right, so Nifyx, you and Sharon are standing on top of the Hermes when 7 pale, centrist bureaucrats come out of a portal and start trying to tell you what to do. And so you put a hole in the first one.
I can do this all day. Do you want to let us go?
Get her! The lead Realmani casts Destructive Wave, Constitution saving throw.
That's a crit.
Yeah!
So you save, and you're going to take 39 damage as you're blasted back by a Destructive Wave. And the Romani start advancing on you. Sharon puts on her mask and summons a blade barrier between the two groups.
Yep, so Nifyx is gonna use Arcane Sword.
Yeah, so the scythe jumps out of Sharon's hand and goes flying towards them. So 3d10 damage, force damage. That's 17, so it jumps out of her hands, flies forward, and just cuts the first one in half, the one that was hit by your disintegration. And so on every turn, you can use a bonus action on each of your turns to move this sword up to 20 feet and repeat this attack. So casting Arcane Sword was your action, and you still have a bonus action, so you can do it again.
Yeah, let's do that again.
So 15. So the scythe just starts buzzsawing through these Romani.
Nifyx looks up and once again repeats, "You sure you don't want to walk away? It's not going to end well for you."
They do absolutely not want to walk away. They're very mad at you're upsetting the balance of that guy having one body. And now he has 2. You've upset the balance a lot.
He's now balanced. He's got a top half of a body and a bottom half of a body. That's 2 halves. Balance.
Really, he was unbalanced before, if you think about it.
Yeah, what's the most neutral magic spell in D&D? Is there a neutral blast? I don't think there is. I'm gonna do like a reflavored cone of cold, except it's cone of neutrality.
Cone of beige.
I hate every part of this. I hate every part of this.
It's all beige.
Dexterity saving throw.
11 on dexterity.
Nope.
That's not great.
All right, so you're gonna take. Are you resistant to neutrality?
I mean, I'm not very neutral at all.
32 damage. As you're blasted, Nifyx and Sharon starts using, let's see here. Sharon just mazes one of them. No saving throw, he's gone. Bye.
Okay.
Nifyx, it's your turn. So your bonus action, which is Arcane Sword again, so you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, Nifyx is not in a great spot health-wise, so time to no-clip.
All right, so Nifyx, you just suddenly become invulnerable. Sharon is not invulnerable, though, so the fight isn't over. If you chose to just go off on your own, nothing could really touch you, but choosing to go on their own with Sharon kind of means it's an escort mission in the classic video game sense.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's not like Ashley from Resident Evil 4, constantly getting herself chopped in half.
She's a pretty sturdy companion.
Yeah, so she's holding her own here. She does like cloud of daggers to box them against the blade barrier where they have nowhere to run without getting mincemeated. And it's the real Monty's turn again. Let's see if they can put enough hurt on Sharon to get you out of the no-clip. A neutrality beam, 75 damage against Sharon. She's hit.
How's Sharon looking?
Pretty banged up.
What if you grab somebody and then fall into one of the blade walls and then no clip before you'd go through the blades and then they just go through it instead?
The problem is going in and out of no clip takes an action each time, so
They can see you, they just can't touch you, right?
Correct.
You should do like a little jig and be like, I'm escaping, woo! Maybe I'll distract them, or be like, look, behind you, it's David Bowie.
Lauren, that's your forgotten Looney Tunes pilot, where instead of painting a tunnel on the wall, he paints David Bowie. And you're like, I don't know why I thought the Roadrunner would go for this.
May I offer you guys a toad in this trying time?
are you saying that you lot all working together can't take on little old me, do even a scratch on me? Come on, I'm an open target. Have at me. And attempts to try and goad them into attacking her rather than Sharon.
Roll deception.
25.
Yeah, I mean, with a 25, describe what you do. So there's a giant wall here. It's like 40 feet tall of spinning saw blades. And there's Nifyx who can't be hurt. And then there's a guy in a dumb robe who can be hurt. Combine these elements, Laura.
So yeah, Nifyx is gonna walk right in front of this wall of blades in the hopes of the fact that she's not physical helping, and basically just taunt the creature into going, hey, look, I'm unopened. Come get me. Come on. You can manage a little punch, right? In the hopes that they will punch right through her and go straight into the wall of blades.
Okay, so the real Monty tries to get Nifyx, and Nifyx is no clip, so the real Monty goes right through you and into the blade barrier and is sliced and diced like
Garlic!
Just going into a...
Sliced and diced like garlic, yeah.
What's those? There's like a machine that you can put a thing in and then you push down on it and it just...
Wait.
What are those called?
Okay, wait. Okay, so you're talking about the garlic presses where it's the little thing and you put the garlic in it and you squeeze it with your hand and it squooges out? Or are you talking about like the slap chop?
Slap chop, yes, thank you.
Slap chop.
I'm so glad you knew you had my brain.
Okay, so I caused this thing to self-slap chop.
No, you slap chop him.
Yeah, you slap chop him. And so you've cut one in half, you slap chopped one when one is in the maze, and then I think Sharon does Blight, which is what she used to really fuck Blake's day up, and just absolutely ravages another one of them. And that one, he's like skin and flesh rots off his bones and his skeleton clatters to the roof. And now there's 3 left. And one of the Romani says, Well, now we are very unbalanced. There's less than half of us left. The balance is upset. We must retreat.
Okay, I hate to hijack again, but I just googled slap chop, and did you know it was the same guy as the ShamWow guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm less excited. I thought nobody else
Yeah,
did.
Lauren. Everyone's like, come on, Lauren.
I didn't. Shut up.
Away through the portal we must go. And the Romani start escaping. What do you do?
This is a great window in which to no-clip. At which point I am going to let's spawn in, a giant vulture
Okay.
to try and get a couple of swipes in on them.
Okay, so exit pursued by a vulture, and then exit pursued by a bear. Shout out to all my Shakespeare fans.
Oh my god. You love fucking sucking Shakespeare's dick.
I mean, it's pretty big as far as...
Oh my god.
Anyway, so yeah, that's a good scene. The vulture chases the Romani through the portal, hassling them. And Sharon is like falls to a knee, pretty beat up, and like breathing heavily.
Would the opposite of no clipping be yes clipping?
That's just called collision detection.
Is that when I no-clip? I no-clip, then I yes-clip.
Please.
Collusion detection. Isn't that something to do with the Senate right now?
I got him.
This show takes a year off my life every week.
Yeah, but then you get a year back every time you watch The Young Pope.
That's true. Sharon
love it.
Stone was on it this week, and she told the Pope was like, please don't show me your pussy. That's not a joke. That happened in a TV show. Sharon's like, oh, well, that was pretty close. I didn't know if we could take him.
I mean, I've got your back. We're gonna be fine.
This mask is heavier than I remember.
Yeah?
Heavy is the head.
Ugh. She takes it off and like sets it on the roof.
How does the mask fit on her skull? How does that work?
Magic.
Fair.
I'm sorry. That's the answer to most D&D questions.
I know. I just wanted to get you, and then I was like, God damn it, he got me.
It's literally like a Majora's Mask situation where one size fits all and it just magically affixes.
That's a little scary, but okay. Or JoJo.
Oh yeah.
Nifyx is gonna look over and just go, look, there's nothing to hide. We're gonna hide at this point. It's better off.
You're right, Nifyx. It's time to get out on the open river.
Kick on some tunes, off we go.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Don't cry for me, next door neighbor.
Is that the lyric?
I'm pretty sure.
It is.
I listened to this song on repeat a lot as a child, so.
Oh, I never knew what it was. I knew it was Don't Cry For Me. I just never knew who wasn't crying for me.
I was so confused by Pissing the Night Away. I was like, why are they peeing so
No. No.
I was very small.
You're still small.
Oh no, I am.
Got her ass.
When did Tub the Big Holdout? Come on, I gotta find out how old the song is.
So Nifyx opens the portal underneath the Hermes, and the boat is carried away onto the River Leth. Back with the Furies.
Yes. I think I got a contact buzz from inhaling all the vodka vapors.
So, I gotta know, what did you do with the scales that she would leave around the house?
I mean, Gustav has always liked them for the nest of shiny things.
It's magnificent. You should really see it.
Yeah, it's like a little dragon's hoard, if you imagine where the dragon keeps the big pile of money to sit on, but it's a little raven on top of a big pile of snake scales. It's great.
Huh.
Have you ever read The Rainbow Fish?
Yeah, that's the one who gives its scales to everybody and then doesn't have any fancy ones anymore, but it gets one back so it can still be fancy too with everybody else.
Yeah.
Huh.
I always imagined how delicious that fish must taste.
What? No, brightly colored things are venomous. Don't eat them.
No, I bet that fish tastes good.
Lynette chimes in. Other than that, on the whole scales thing, I used to make nice little hair accessories out of them. Like they make nice little bits of bling.
That is true. You put it in your hair or in your feathers, and then you got a little glint of sparkle everywhere you go.
I know, right? So thoughtful of you.
Why were you trying to waterboard King with vodka?
I didn't even question why Blake was gonna do that. That just seems like the kind of thing you lot do.
I mean, yes, but I really want to know who taught you that was a medical option
Medical?
for curing
Oh,
anything.
no. Well, I mean, not medical. It's, sometimes you need to get some information. That's all.
What? From what? The tadpole?
No.
Then you should have waterboarded the tadpole.
No, from the person that you're pouring the water on. But, I also know that it makes people feel like they're drowning. I figured, heck, if that's good enough for Lynette, if that's good enough for Anastasia.
I thought maybe it was like sometimes when things happen, people just freak out and do weird things. Like one time, a shell fell on my mom's head, and my stepdad grabbed like 20 blankets and put them in the car. That is a true story. He was just like freaking out. He was like, "Let's go!"
And what was he going to do?
I don't know. The blankets helped get him to the hospital somehow. But maybe you just panicked and you were like, I know what will fix this.
Did
drowning.
they think that they might have to do some kind of like on-the-road surgery, but they didn't want to ruin the upholstery of their car, so they were going to lay down all these blankets to cover the surfaces and then remove the bullet?
Whoa, bullet.
I mean...
What? Conrad. Who have you killed and when and why?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Now we know who we need to waterboard.
I like how circuitous and nonsense that conversation was. It was like, why'd you waterboard King? Well, sometimes you do stuff. One time a weird thing happened with my mom. Also, bullets? Like, what the fuck was even that? That was like Dada.
People love listening to us. Shut up, Yorsky.
It was like Twin Peaks. Like, what are we even doing?
That is how we are, isn't it?
You wanted a conversation, okay?
Yeah! You can't let me and Conrad go.
I don't know. I don't know why it has to be like this.
What's wrong?
This is such a good toad, I just gotta say.
I told you.
It's perfect in every way.
I would feed him so many flies.
Uh-huh. He looks so happy and toady.
I feel like sometimes you're like, oh, I can't believe you guys when we're being really funny, and I don't understand what your problem is.
I didn't say that. I was just confused by the content.
I'm confused by your content.
Got him.
Did I get him?
I don't know.
It's also a bit of a cell phone.
So the party is beginning to near the Shattered Temple, which is the headquarters of the Athar, because Pope's told you about his scavenger hunt, where you have to find the person who has the most powerful revenge against Cordelia, and you decided to go check the Athar because she sided with the believers, and also just generally you all think Lancelot is a shithead. So you're
God, he's such a bitch. Yes, he's a little bitch.
I like Lancelot.
I liked him, and then he could, like, Austin fucking turn the bitch dial up to, like, 1,000.
What if that's just me and it has nothing to do with Lancelot?
Oh, so you're
Honestly,
a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm often treated that way.
I tried to make friends with this NPC the second they showed up, but, like, they're a dick.
So as you're approaching the Shadow Temple, you see it's surrounded by a military force, the Believers, in fact, and somewhere in that mixture, you see Lloyd.
Hey, Lloyd.
Catman!
Hello, King. Hello, everyone else.
What's my name?
You're Cordelia. You're...
Damn it.
You got it.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Sure. Cordelia's girlfriend, fine. Yeah, hi.
And we haven't met before. Lloyd the cat.
Oh, hi. David Gray. Good to meet you.
Wait, who?
He's lying. His name is John Smith.
I thought his name was Blake.
No. Why would you think that?
You just shattered King's mind.
I know it's good. It's good.
King, this is no time to have your mind shattered. We're in the middle of an operation here.
That's the best time to have your mind shattered.
I know. We have to find Lime.
Where'd you leave her now?
Someone took her. The Popes, the Slod.
Oh, you gotten yourself into more slod business.
Yeah, he took my hand.
Oh my god, King! What? He just grabs your arm. He's like, what the You've really gone and done it this time. This is fucking end. This has gone tits up.
Is this normal for him?
Well, that's why we kind of need your help. I need to find where Lime is, and we have to find someone that really hates Cordelia. And there's a lot of people that do.
So Lloyd tells you, first of all, that right now the Believers are in an operation to capture the Athar headquarters, and specifically Abraham, to bring this war to a swift end. And Lloyd tells you he can't leave and he can't help you because he's dealing with this. Out of character, I will say that none of you know this, but Lloyd fought Nifyx, and Nifyx won for the first time. Lloyd's really been humbled, and he has undergone a conduit change.
Oh
shit!
I had some ideas about it, but because this is Chris's character and this is a collaborative medium, I was wondering if anybody else had any suggestions about this. Because he's not confused about what he wants anymore. He knows what he wants. He wants to become a god who can help people like him, like child soldiers and people who are struggling with their ambition, both to help them achieve and also to help them when they fail. So.
Oh. Now I feel bad. I was going to make a joke about him being the conduit of, like, bad punk bands.
God of crust punks.
They always have a dog.
That is a good element of crust punk culture is dogs.
And they let you pet their dogs, and I'm here for that.
Guidance.
Guidance is good.
Conduit of supportive dad energy.
No. Conduit of weed uncle.
Wunkle.
Uncle.
Yeah, so if anybody has any suggestions to throw him out now, but he's no longer confusion or perplexion. His raw strength is lower, but now he's actually found something in life that he is living for in a more positive way. So that's good.
Conduit of mentoring.
Hooray, Nifyx did something good.
So, Lloyd was a not particularly hidden reference to the Cheshire Cat, which is why he was the conduit of perplexion, because that's what the Cheshire Cat did. He was very mischievous and hard to pin down. But one of the most major themes of Alice in Wonderland is identity. And that's what I believe Lloyd has become, the conduit of identity.
And so he can help other lost children find what they really want in life and who they are and their path.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think he tells you that, King. He actually even mentions, Nifyx, well, she really kicked my ass. Well, she summoned a Tyrannosaurus, and it kind of kicked my ass, but it was part of her combat abilities. So, I totally grant her that, but I'm not really number one anymore. But I know who I actually am now, and I think once we really bring this war to a close, I'll be able to start doing some good.
Well, I'm happy for you, bro.
King's gonna give him a big hug.
He hugs you back, pats you on the back, genuinely. Like, a lot of his uncle energy is being like performative and like, oh yeah, I want to hang out with Lime, but I gotta go do a thing. It's just like kind of lying, kind of just like not thinking about other people, but this like feels like he's actually present for this hug.
I'm glad to see you again, buddy.
So, do you guys want to help me here? I know that Abraham, you and Abraham are close, King, and it'd probably be a lot easier to take him in alive if you were here.
Yeah, I could try to talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are literally here to talk to the Athar, so that this all works together. So if there's any conversations you want to have or anything you want to set up before we assault the Shattered Temple, now is the time.
Hey, Cordelia, just a reminder. The elephant one in there, we don't like him, right?
I mean, we don't think about him. But if we had to think about him, we wouldn't like him.
Okay, that's cool. I just want to make sure I'm on the same page as you so I don't, send bad signals.
Honestly, it's probably best idea if I don't take point on this, because I think we're trying to not do big fights by having King talk to his boyfriend. And I just, Lancelot is a punk ass bitch, so.
Okay. So we just sit back and hope that they sort it.
We should walk in wearing sunglasses, because then we'll look much cooler.
That sounds extremely unlikely. Roll initiative.
Can I get advantage because I'm wearing sunglasses?
The audience is constantly on my dick about like rules and shit. They're like, "Oh, you can't give them that bonus. You have to make sure they roll this thing." And then Lauren's just constantly like, "What if I have sunglasses? Do I win?"
14 initiative.
It's okay because I'm cute. 18.
8.
Oh.
So I should say, Abraham may be the most powerful enemy in the history of Dice Funk that is actually meant to be taken in combat. Like, there have been times I've statted things for comedy, like there's a giant sea monster in season 2, or the Tarrasques in season 5, or Gonador.
Or that mech we weren't supposed to destroy in the other season.
That one, I wasn't sure if you were going to fight it, but that one was not as strong as Abraham is. Abraham, if you're curious, Monster Manual page 130, that this is not something to be fucked with. This is absolutely the strongest thing that anyone has fought in the show, which could theoretically be beaten. So that's the stakes here, as the believers form a circle around the Shattered Temple and are going to like do some Rainbow Six breaching, kick the doors in, start sending SWAT people in, and it's just going to be a full out fight. So Cordelia, you're up first. What do you want to do?
Okay, so, oh man, I was just gonna say I was gonna kick in the door, but I can't kick in the door, because I don't have any legs. I'm going to headbutt the door open.
You could tail swing it open.
Just into the open door. Just cold a cone right inside.
I do like the idea, because you're the representative of the believers of the source, and this is a church. So you just headbutting the church doors to announce your presence does have an incredible energy to it, and I do enjoy that.
I want a cone of cold into the building.
All right, so dexterity. So there are two enemies inside the church as you headbutt the doors open. One is group of soldiers, there's just random Athar members, and the other one is Abraham, who, as we've discussed before, is Goliath is what he's technically, which is someone with giant heritage, but specifically he has a Titan heritage, which in 5th edition is called an Empyrean. It doesn't matter, they change stuff, it's a retcon, who cares? But so you cone of cold just the random soldiers in here. 6, they fail.
28 damage.
Nice. So Cordelia headbutts the doors open. A bunch of people turn. They have bows and swords and wands and staffs, and you just start freezing people. Just like, Mr. Freeze is the Batman villain, right?
I'm Mr. Snow, my ice miser, snow miser.
Yeah.
I ruined it.
Yeah, you really had a moment there where you could have done it.
I ruined it. If this is where I die, at least I die going out doing what I love, the freezing and headbutting.
They're reenacting Batman and Robin, a movie only you like.
The camp is underrated, okay?
Okay, Lynette, it's your turn. Cordelia headbutts the door open and starts freezing Athar. What do you do?
I'm gonna start throwing in some sacred flames.
All right, that's another dex save. 6 is a fail. Remember that
That's gonna be a fail. Yeah.
Do they shatter like glass when you get it from cold to hot so fast?
Remember, you get 2 additional damage dice from the Ankh.
28 damage.
Yikes. So that's already 56 on the group of soldiers. And I would say that this opening salvo with Lynette and Cordelia decimates the Athar who were in here. I only had 50 for this collective enemy. So they're shattered. They're not all dead necessarily, but that enemy is defeated as far as combat's concerned. Now in the middle of the room, it is Abraham's turn. Abraham is a very large, bald man, muscles rippling. You can see, like, underneath his skin, the veins are, like, pumping magma. They're, like, red hot. Everywhere when he walks, like, flowers bloom in his footsteps, and he's just like constantly radiating like just different elemental powers, right? So he steps forward as Cordelia and Lynette bust into the church, and he just like howls, just like, "For the Athar!" And he claps his hands together so hard, there's a force, there's like a wave of force, a thunder clap. Dexterity save for both Lynette and Cordelia.
When you said howls, I was about to go, oh, because I thought it was like a dog, and I really wish it had been.
Werewolf of London.
Oh, that's a great song.
6. 6 is not going to cut it, is it?
17.
Yeah, so Lynette is knocked prone from the blast. Cordelia is not.
No!
That was the legendary action at the end of Lynette's turn, actually, and now it is Abraham's turn. He's going to run up to the person who's prone, Lynette, and he's going to begin pummeling your prone body.
No!
Yes, see, that's why the prone is, yeah.
Yeah.
Check out these totally canonical bonuses.
Canonical bonuses!
Jesus
on.
Christ!
Oh, fuck.
Sweet
Well.
fucking baby Jesus.
That's a roll.
Oh my god! That was a crit!
Well, goodbye, Lynette.
Bye.
Yeah.
Anastasia!
Time for me to roll up a third character to play as.
Holy shit.
Like, does he, like, grab her, like, slam her to the ground, and then just feathers explode into the air, and there's nothing left afterwards but, like, a Looney Tune little explosion effect?
Okay, so that's 32 damage as he just hammer fists Lynette through the floor. Constitution saving throw to resist being stunned and just losing your turn. Next turn, I should say.
8.
Nah, Lynette's done.
Yeah, Lynette's out.
Oof.
And now it is Blake's turn. Blake, you see Lynette get absolutely fucking dusted.
Don't get knocked prone.
Okay, and so that's happening at the door, right?
Damn, I just... the range on his attacks, 600 feet.
Oh, sweet Mary,
So he
Mother
can,
of
like,
God.
punch you from across the town?
He can hit you in a neighboring state.
Damn it, why can't I play this character? I want to just punch people from other zip codes.
But he's very tall, so this will be fine. Blake's gonna cast Confusion about 9 3/4 feet above his head.
All right, yeah, what's the save?
It's a wisdom.
Plus 13?
Jesus Christ.
19. Also, he has advantage. Should have said that too.
Yeah, that's gonna pass.
Yeah, so Blake casts confusion into the room, and Abraham just shakes it off. In fact, when he goes, he like turns to look where it came from, and suddenly steam begins billowing off of his body. King, it's your turn.
I want to run into the room, and I want to shout, "Abraham, no!"
Abraham says, King, I don't know much about politics. I don't know much about all this war, all these factions. I fight for my family and the people who support me. And you fight for your family and the people who need your support.
Family.
I do, but if you do that, then everybody's gonna get killed. The best way to protect your family sometimes is to not fight.
I don't know about that, King. All I know is that I'm strong and I can help people.
I was strong too. And then I killed a bunch of people. And then after that, someone got really angry at me because of it. So they cut off my hand and they took my daughter.
So you have every reason to fight, and so do I. So enough words. Show me your warrior's heart.
Well, all right, and okay. He's not gonna like this. In that, it's gonna be very pathetic.
Oh.
A 22, a 13, and a 13.
22 actually does hit.
That's not right.
That's his AC.
No, he should be stronger than that.
If you don't think 22 is a high enough AC, I don't know what what else you want, bud.
Nah, he needs to be stronger. I'm gonna say it misses.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Good God, come on, man. All right. So I'm going to deal 9 damage to him. Non-lethal. Hold on. Sorry, non-lethal.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't make that decision to the end, but
Well, I know. It was the joke of being like, I'm going to do 9 damage to this Tarask. Non-lethal, of course. Like, yeah, it's the fucking first strike of the fight. You don't have to worry about that, Chief.
yeah. So you run up and slash him with your sword, and he doesn't seem particularly impressed by that. And he says, King, show me that your cause is righteous.
I'm not trying to hurt you.
But if you're right, the fire inside you should be enough to overcome anything. If you lose to me, then my desires are stronger than yours.
That's going to be my turn.
Uses a legendary action at the end of your turn to punch you. 31.
Miss. It actually got so high, it went back, inverted on itself, and that's actually lower.
Like an NES game where you can only do 255.
Yep.
That is 32 damage as he punches King full force, his fist catching fire in the air as it slams into you. Cordelia, it's your turn.
Can we run? Is that an option?
Lloyd told you that if everyone in the Believers gangs up, maybe they can take down Abraham, but they'll have to kill him. If you want Abraham just to live another day, you need to take him down non-lethally.
He's very large, and there's a lot to think about. He's so big. I feel like this is really probably a very dumb idea, but I would like to. I'm gonna try. At a 5th. Oh, damn it. No, not yet. Okay, I'm gonna try Hold Monster.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wisdom saving throw.
22.
Damn it. Well.
Yeah. It is now Abraham's turn. Abraham is going to use the Conduit of deicide.
Oh, no.
So, as a Titan who has eternal enmity with the gods, he has power to strike them down. Only one of you is currently a larval god.
Is it me?
It sure is, buddy.
But what if you don't and look at the toad again instead?
The audience can't even see the cute toad you posted in the Skype, so it means nothing to them.
They'll understand.
Abraham raises his fist, which once again has that cestus that King gave him, the bladed gauntlet, and it crackles with power. And
Right. I forgot I gave him that.
Thanks!
And he lunges at you, Cordelia. King, I guess you get an attack of opportunity.
Instead of an attack of opportunity, can I try to strike check to divert his blow?
If that's how you want to spend, I mean, if you know his strength, I don't think that you'd think that's a good decision, but you can try if you want to.
Yeah, boy, we doing it.
He has a plus 17.
And I have a plus 5. Let's do this, bitch.
30.
All right. The odds have never been more in my favor. I got a 10. Can I roll 3 more times and see if it equals it?
Cordelia, that's 33 to hit you.
Yeah. I can get hits.
So he lunges across the room. King tries in vain to grab him. It just slides off as he streaks across the room. Are you familiar with the Falcon Punch from Super Smash Brothers?
You know I am. Shut up.
It's like that. His whole body catches fire as he slams his fist into your chest.
Yeah. Always my torso.
We've talked about what forms are, capital F forms. It's the things that exist outside of reality where conduit powers come from and what powers gods. And so Cordelia, you're the conduit of expression. You express yourself by creating arts and crafts from body parts. That is how you use your godly powers. In a sense, like the items you craft are like holy items, like the way the Gungnir is for Odin or Mjolnir is for Thor, right?
Uh-huh.
So if you were a god, this would slay you. His ability is to kill gods. You are not a god yet, though. So what this does is destroy one of your items, completely severing it from the form of expression. And since he's punching you in the chest, I guess this crushes the corset you made out of your own ribcage.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll continue to be crooked.
So it absolutely shatters and explodes off your body, and you permanently lose 1 AC.
This is fine.
You're gonna take you do take some damage, but it's less because he's focusing on severing the connection between the conduit of expression and your item. So you take half of that. You're gonna take 11 damage as he breaks your item permanently.
But the real damage is to my spirit.
Oh, so that is his turn. Blake, it's your turn.
He's horrifying.
Yep, he's a real monster. You see, as he's punching people, like his beard is growing like flowers and stuff in it, like as if this adrenaline rushing through him is like a very powerful life force. He's blooming.
Oh, he's blooming like an onion.
Uh-huh.
Oh, onions are delicious, though. Do you think Abraham's delicious? Probably not.
I mean, King would know.
There's a lot of him. And I'm moving right past what you were implying, sir.
Talking about penis again.
Oh, so much penis.
As a bonus action, he penis dances.
The penis dance.
Well, okay, so Lynette's gonna be able to move next turn.
Yeah.
So I guess now's a good time to drop the cloud kill.
Oh, okay, interesting.
So I'm gonna center that right on our good friend Abraham, and
He has every single possible thing you can give a creature except for poison resistance. What the fuck?
wow, what are the odds?
Christ. All right, yeah, that actually it works. So on his turn, he'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
On the end of your turn, legendary action, and he's going to do Trembling Strike again. That's the thing that knocks you prone, so he can pounce on you and crush your bones.
Oh, he's going to do that to me?
Yep, strength check, DC 25.
No, his bones.
I don't even know if it's possible for you to succeed on this.
No, he's gonna, as a reaction, Blake's gonna use Illusory Self, to create a duplicate and cancel that attack.
Oh, okay. All right, King, it's your turn.
Yay!
King, it's your turn.
King is going to take his sword and he's going to impale it into the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then he is going to pound on his chest and do the rock just bring it motion.
All right, so are you want to roll intimidation, or are you just proving that you're willing to do something suboptimal in this fight?
I'm telling him to come at me.
We can't express ourselves like other people, King, but we know how to do this. I'll give it my all, and you try with all your might to stop me. Legendary action to attack. 24.
You know what's ironic is he's actually kind of rolling pretty bad. It's just that he has an entire dice of crits added to his modifier, basically.
Yeah.
36 as he slugs you, King. You impaled your sword into the ground, so he just punches you square, like full on in the head.
Can I do a Constitution saving throw to see how far I get knocked back?
Sure.
27. Not an inch, buddy.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. He respects that. Cordelia, it's your turn.
At the risk of getting myself murdered, I'm going to cast Blight.
He has a +10. That's nothing to sneeze at. 22.
22 damage.
All right, that's not bad.
Got him.
So you hit him in the back with necrotic magic, and it's your turn, Lynette.
I'm gonna throw out another sacred flame.
Set this beard on fire.
He's not. Dexterity is his worst stat. 21.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's gonna be good enough.
His worst stat has a +5. Jesus.
On Abraham's turn, he's going to cast Earthquake, which means he's going to lift both of his fists up. His hands, ensconced in the cesti, start glowing, and he brings them down with the strength to crack the foundation of the church, which begins collapsing. Everyone, dexterity saving throw.
Do I get advantage because I'm flying?
If you're flying, you don't do anything. You're fine.
Oh, yay, I'm fine.
Blake and Lynette fall into fissures and are knocked prone inside. Only King is still standing.
Oh, he needs to make his... Did he move more than 20 feet to attack King?
No, roll the cloud kill damage.
Yeah, he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
I mean, I assume he succeeds.
I assume he does too, but you should make the roll.
24.
Yeah, he'll pass on that. That's fine. I mean, that 10 bonus on the Constitution, there's a chance he fails. So, I didn't say it was a good chance.
But it is a chance.
He's made rolls that would have failed otherwise. So let's see. It's 18 damage.
So this whole church is crumbling and filling with poison. This is the classic Furies wedding maneuver.
I'm immune to poison.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine.
So Blake, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, so I'm going to drop the cloud kill because I'm going to give haste to King.
So Blake, you're at the bottom of this fissure. You like stand up and you like peek over the edge and you see King and you make him fast.
Yep.
All right, King, you're fast. So it's your turn.
I want to fight you, but not like this. Not when everything's on the line.
Neither of us chose this, King, but we're here now. And if we both make it through, we'll fight another day. But for now, let's see whose heart beats stronger. Bring it, everything you have.
King's going to sigh. He'll pick up his sword. And he's going to say,
You asked for it.
I got a crit, 26 and a 16.
Does that include the additional attack you get from haste?
No, it does not.
Yep, haste also gives you +2 AC, for the record.
Yeah.
21 then.
21 does not hit.
I meant 22.
Roll damage.
Why can't you let me have nice things, Austin?
Because you're always trolling him.
I never trolled Austin once in my life.
That's the worst lie I've ever heard anybody tell in my entire life, and I've told a lot of lies.
So 28 damage.
All right, yeah. You hit Abraham with all your might, and you actually do some real damage this time. For like the first time in the fight, someone's put a real scratch on him, and he smiles, and he says, "That's it, King. Show me everything you believe in."
I would like to use my magic night piece. I don't know how to use it, but I'm going to eat it to gain full health.
Eat it? You're gonna vor the chess piece?
I'm just going to eat it. Not everything has to be vor.
It's automatically vor if you're doing it on dice one.
Not everything has to be a fetish.
Everything is shibari and everything is vor.
I mean, if you eat a knight...
That's vor.
So King throws the chess piece in his mouth and crunches down on it, releasing the healing magic and puts him back at full. And Abraham is going to use a legendary action to punch King. 28.
Yep.
So now they're just
You know what's ironic? You literally couldn't miss.
Nice. 41. So they're just this is like the duel of the fates here in the middle of the church as it crumbles. Cordelia, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm going to blight him again.
All right, Constitution save.
Yes. It's going to probably be fine, but
For the record, if you're listening at home, you've noticed I haven't been rolling for Lloyd. He's fighting reinforcements in the background.
sure.
Yeah. 21.
That's fine. You'll still get half. 22 again.
All right, Lynette, it's your turn.
Let's throw in another sacred flame, because that is the main thing I can do right now.
Wow, only a 9. The worst roll he's ever done in his entire life.
Hooray!
Finally.
Let's try and capitalize on that and do some damage. 22.
All right, at the end of your turn, Lynette, he is going to use...
That's rarely a good thing to hear.
Yeah, at the end of your turn, Lynette, Trembling Strike. Strength check DC 25 to get knocked down again.
I literally cannot pass that.
All right, so then he just turns and with just cuts his arm through the air like he's slashing a sword and just slaps you down to the ground from 60 feet away with a wave of wind.
No.
Blake, you're casting haste on King, and he doesn't know that your concentration can't be broken.
Right.
So he's going to try to break your concentration, despite that not being possible.
Okay. That's, not great.
Crit.
That's not great.
Actually, so I think he's going to do Conduit of Deicide again.
His cufflinks.
Shows him.
They were a retirement gift. How could you?
I wasn't going for the cufflinks. Wasn't he also wearing armor you made him?
I am. I'm wearing mithril under armor that she made.
That's right.
Yeah, your under armor is getting crushed.
Oh.
Hey, but you get to keep your cufflinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you take 31 damage. It's double because of crit, but then half because of the conduit.
Okay.
So you're like peeking up out of this fissure. He runs over, grabs you, and picks you up in one hand and just crushes you. Like someone crushing a beer can in his hand. Crunch, and just shatters your under armor. And then tosses you aside.
No, my roommate.
That's more like it.
Blake, actually, it's now your turn. So you hit the ground and you can immediately respond.
That really hurt.
And you permanently lose 1 AC.
Yep, that also sucks. And we'll just use Ray of Sickness in response.
Yeah, 24 hits.
Good. That's very good. And
And a Constitution saving throw. 26, so he is not poisoned.
22.
Nice, pretty good damage. And it's now King's turn.
And it is poison, so hey, it's the one thing he's not, resistant to.
Yeah.
All right. Going full out. Hog wild.
Going ham.
Using action surge and everything. I'm coming for you, big boy. Go catch these hands. So a crit. 16. Another crit.
Jesus Christ.
A 21. A 22. How many was this?
Wow, you're really going out.
I'm probably completely spent after this. 4, 5. Okay, so I still, all right. 18, 16, and 25.
Yep, so 25 hits, 22 hits, and both crits hit.
66 damage.
Yeah, that's the most damage anyone's put on him. It's good. It's not the best you've ever done, though.
Well, it would have been better had I had a second hand.
Yes, and then as a legendary action, he punches you 30.
I guess. That's okay.
30 damage. Weird. Lynette, Cordelia, it's your turn.
Calling the cold just for some variety.
18.
Half. That's math. Fuck. Hold on.
17.
Thank you, because I cannot do math in an accent. That's why. It's not because Lauren is better at math.
So you blast him with a cone of cold, and you cover his back with all this ice, and then he just flexes, and it all starts melting off of him. He is resistant to ice.
Damn it! I should have done the necrotic.
Yeah, so you see that he is billowing steam off of his body. He has all the elemental powers at his beck and call. Lynette, it's your turn.
Let's throw some more fire. Give me that dex save.
24.
That's gonna dodge.
Lynette tries to hit him with Sacred Flame again, and he's gonna turn to Lynette because Sacred Flame is a cleric spell, and God, he just does not approve of gods.
Oh,
32.
This ain't gonna be good. That's gonna hit.
34 damage.
Oh, that's real bad.
All right, and now it is Blake's turn.
So, Blake's gonna pop back up and take a good look at Abraham and lay down a Finger of Death.
All right, so Finger of Death, we've established he's not resistant to necrotic. So he's going to 12. He fails. Uh-oh. Finger of Death is very powerful.
Oh dear.
Ho 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 ho!
Oh dear. Okay. I should just type the number in. It'll take a while to get it up if I click.
Yep, 78 plus 30.
59 damage.
Wow.
Woo!
So Blake, you will just, this isn't the killing blow, but it's getting close. What do you want to describe this move you're doing?
Blake just peers up overhead and just fiddles his coin on the back of his hand, just above line of eyesight, just enough that he's out of, because he really doesn't want it to be observed where it came from after this.
King's gonna know, but yeah, I get you.
No, it's not King. What if it doesn't kill him?
Oh.
and send it coursing. It's just huge wave of negative energy running into him.
Yeah, so he gets just absolutely slammed by this death energy beam, and this seems like it's put a hurt on him. He's like huffing and puffing visibly now. King, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna try to make my attacks. A 25, I think, is the only one that's gonna hit in there.
Yep, only 25 hits.
So it's going to be 10 damage.
All right, not much, but now the turn order has reached the bottom again, and now the building has fully gone into collapse mode. Everyone dexterity saving throw as the roof caves in.
11.
Fail.
3.
Fail.
14.
Crit.
Everybody but Blake fails.
Oh.
And that's going to be 10 damage to everybody, only 5 to Blake. Terrible roll. Terrible roll.
Whew. Oh, thank God.
Lynette's not going to be conscious anymore.
Does anybody have a healing? Not me, I do not. I only have ruining.
So we know what happens when a teammate goes down.
Oh, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So the roof caves in and a giant piece of it just lands on Lynette and crushes her into the ground. King?
Yeah, so King is going to start, fuck it, I'm just gonna... Oh man, I rolled like garbage though, but 1 hit.
All right, so you have 1 hit and also you regained all your hit points.
Well, that's a plus.
So 8 damage.
Not much at all, yeah. So you start going berserk on Abraham, but he blocks almost all of them with his cestus. It is now Cordelia's turn. Cordelia, your girlfriend just got crushed.
Finger of Death.
Oh, God. Okay. Constitution save. 15.
That's...
Oh, my God. I failed. Of all the things to...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Of all the things to fail on the both fingers of death.
57.
All right, you hit him with another one. This is like the Ghostbusters trying to get the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, just 2 fucking death beams. And he is absolutely shreked by them. At the end of your turn, legendary action, Cordelia, and he is going to jump on you, 27.
Yeah.
He's clearly messed up. His skin is like flaking off. 33 damage.
Get him off. He's slimy now.
All right, so that was the end of your turn. Now it's actually Abraham's turn. He's going to attack you.
Fuck! Fuck!
28.
Yeah.
32 damage.
Oh, I'm dead.
So he leaps over onto you as you're hitting him with the finger of death. His skin is melting off, and he just starts wailing on you again and again and again and again, and he's just pile driving you into the ground.
This is fine.
But you say another one of my allies went down.
Yeah.
Oh man, 24. That's all. Only 1 hit out of there again.
Now you don't hit.
I got 1. 10 damage.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so it's very close. He's not quite done. So King, you jump on his back as he's beating Cordelia into the ground. Blake, it's your turn.
Get up on the Hydra's back.
Lord.
Oh man, I really was hoping I wouldn't have to take another action in this fight.
Why?
Just because I'm starting to really run low on things to do. But we're gonna do another Ray of Sickness. 7 damage.
Oh, he has 3 health left. It is.
Come on!
It is King's turn. King, you're on his back. He's beating Cordelia to death.
I'm gonna make my attacks. I crit. My first one already crit.
Oh god, thank you.
And the second one hit too.
All right, King. Just bring us on home.
Oh,
I'll roll the damage for funsies. No. I'm gonna King's gonna pull his sword back.
You're gonna say, I'm sorry. I love you.
And then he's going to strike one long blow across Abraham's back from shoulder all the way down to his waist. And just plunge all of his strength into it and try to force Abraham to the ground.
but not the on top of me ground. Different ground.
I mean, where he falls is where he falls. I really can't control that.
I mean, can he crush me any more than he already has, honestly?
Yeah, no, I mean, the shattered temple is fully shattered now. Abraham collapses on top of Cordelia. King collapses on top of Abraham, and the building collapses on top of everybody.
I'm going to need a massage after this, maybe a chiropractor.
From the angle, it looks like King is hugging on Abraham's back.
Now, do we want to do the scene of everyone getting dragged out of the rubble and then deciding where to go next, or do we just end with everybody in the rubble?
Rubble. So you just gotta start chanting.
Robble.
Rubble!
Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at Post Masquerade, hiding both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, have no face to show. Please don't take off my mask, my disguise.
February 2020.
February.
What did I say?
You said it normal. I'm just being stupid.
Bernie 2020.
Don't get my hopes up.
Listen, I have to live for something. Otherwise, what do I have? A D&D podcast and a bunch of dog pictures.
I was literally going to say dog pictures.
There's nothing else that I'm living for. Okay, we got to get to the credits. Executive producers for February 2020.
I forgot my names list. Where'd it go?
How'd you lose it? Joseph Tombrello is the first one.
I'm pretty sure the next one is Extillers, but hold on.
It sure is.
Oh my god, I have such a good memory.
The Walt Disney Company.
Is that real?
I mean, obviously not.
Okay, so what did you do it?
You're so gullible.
I'm so gullible. What the fuck, man?
I used to get checks from the Walt Disney Company, though, because they owned Blip TV, or they owned Maker, which owned Blip, and I worked for Blip. So I have gotten Disney checks before. It's not weird.
Okay.
She doesn't
Sure.
care.
I don't care. Brent, still every episode of Dice Funk Goatly.
Devin, conduit of evolution.
Evolution.
John Madera, conduit of caramel lattes.
Rob Dakin. Spider Rough Nightkin.
Paul Mullen.
Inspired by all these Peebadeebs. Inspired by all of these PhD patrons, I'm getting a degree in what the heck.
There's worse reasons to go back to school.
Yeah.
And I heard people on a podcast doing it. R.I.P. Chip, human fighter and pal of Harkin Caleb, eaten by an ankeg.
What's that?
It's like a big D&D insect.
Ugh, don't like it anymore. Toshiro Kuro.
who's not a bug, because we're going to stop talking about... Oh, I skipped Christman. Christman. Stealing Cupid's bow so that people can love me again.
That seems like an abuse of your power. Toshirokuru fighting the New Year's new me for dominance.
Andrew Grothin.
Belated birthday, Jamie, because Patreon messed up last month. They really do be like that.
Dr. Goatman.
Francois V.
Hedron Master.
Oh, I think this one's for you. I don't want to read this one.
Hold up. My dildo just fell out. Don't look at me. No. Good slave.
JK. I like to think that was a response to the last one.
John what?
Luther Manhole. I really hope that's your name and I'm not being mean and making fun of it, but shouldn't have even brought it up.
Nifyx Decidia, a sheep with crushingly low self-esteem. No.
What does sheep have to be upset about? They're soft.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, they're cute, they're soft, they make good noises.
Fresh air.
Friends with dogs.
Possum King. They get to hang out with dogs.
They do.
I want to be a sheep. Possum Kingdom refugee.
Random. Conduit of Would You Like a Hug?
Sternod.
Vinny. Conduit of Valentine's chocolates made with my own quotation mark essence. Is that jizz?
Do not enjoy.
I'm pretty sure that's jizz.
Z23619.
Kevin Dobbins.
A lonely gambling pig trying to be King's Valentine. Aww.
Charlie Chalkley upped his pledge because he felt bad about that tongue twister.
That's my new strategy, is guilting the patrons and trying to see if they can get up the list. Pumpkin Spice itself.
Robert Tuttle.
Anthony, patron of Dora.
Morgan Rapp.
Antonio, conduit of aftercare snacks.
Nice.
Fruit Gummy.
Fugami. Haley Anderson.
Pinko Sock.
Philip Busman.
Sheev, talking shit on a tubular floating crane. Do it.
Tis I, Zenster.
69 Spoopy 420. Sean Biolorn's nudes. Ludes. I said nudes? That was Freudian.
I mean, that's also accurate.
Mm-hmm.
A montage of goth Nifyx staring out into the rain.
A non-horny gift for Austin and a very horny one for the goblin.
A werewolf with the Chinese menu in his hand.
Triple A? I guess just get to the top of the alphabetical part.
Or,
Yeah. Isaac, conduit of Linux, mascot Tux the Penguin.
Aaron Norgard.
Abigail Grace.
Adrian Y.
Aftershock, too busy planning an art expo to update Patreon name.
You could have used the time changing it to that to change it to something else, though, instead, so.
Time management skills.
I don't have them either, it's fine. Agent Hedgepiggle.
Aggressively weeping and eating ramen.
Oh, yeah, that's the stuff.
Aggressively?
Have you never seen me go into a full sob, my dude?
Yeah, no, there's powerful weeping, but aggressive seems like, it's like if getting closer and closer to someone while doing it. Aggressively weeping.
Aki Savalainen.
Alex Vepra.
An otter wanting to be a Valentine. Okay.
All of otters are my Valentine.
They would eat you, though.
I've had worse holidays. Aki Savalainen.
I just said that.
I want to talk about otters again. Andrew Birmingham.
Andrew Feggie. Fege? I feel like we've been told. I'm so sorry.
100 times.
Conduit of the blood. What is it then, Austin?
Shit. Fuck. God damn it.
Conduit of the bloodiest of Valentine's itself.
Anna.
Conduit of procrastination.
Arachnovolt. Searching for the spider Gallahorn to summon the horde.
Love a horde.
Of spiders?
With their daddy long legs. Because they're cute.
Those aren't spiders.
They're just close enough.
I got you out there.
Shut up. Archibald's 5-armed hugging cactus golem. Oh, too pokey.
Ariadne resolving vengeance on Theseus 2020, which is weirdly relevant to this arc.
Arjan de Koning.
Ash, the gayest bitch in the Midwest.
Austin! Still love that Skeksis voice. Isaac, conduit, go.
B-Dod Droid.
Badadroid.
Badadroid.
Becky to... I talk to Becky all the time, and I don't know if it's Toothel or Toot Hill. I'm sorry. Property of Janiac.
Okay, that's a new strategy. If you don't know how, don't even try.
I just said it both ways, so...
I've heard it both ways.
BJ, conduit of manager giant space hamsters. I'm imagining one like in a McDonald's uniform now.
B-Ray Echo.
Before we continue, I gotta say, I got tiny slimy nips.
Big Time Geddy Lee, member of Big Time Rush. R.I.P. Neil.
Pouring out for Neil.
I mean, he really did just die.
Oh.
Neil Peart of Rush.
Well, pouring out then.
Yeah. I mean, they did have slightly libertarian leanings, which is uncool, but he's obviously one of the most talented drummers who ever lived. So you win some, you lose some.
Blackstone Morgan. Hey, I know him. He's a good friend of mine.
Blue Six.
Bones. I know it's Bonus, but I like to say it. Bones. Bone Tros Ghoulie, Undead Nation Secretary General.
That reference is way before you were born.
Okay, because I don't get it.
I was like 2, I think. Hold on, this is time for a googly.
I'm gonna keep saying words. Brady, God of Murder, survivor of Lauren's massacre. I didn't do it. Brett, Bro Jimbo. Buy your girl some flowers? Question mark. Callum, Monsieur Garbage, Turner. Cameron Abbas. I'm on my own here, folks.
Boutros Boutros-Ghali was the 6th Secretary General of the United Nations from 1992 to 1996. So yeah, I was 6.
I was born in 92.
Yeah, I knew that person existed, but I was like, yeah, that was like when I was a kid.
That's fun. That's a fun fact.
You don't seem like you're having fun.
I'm having fun. You're the one who's not laughing at any of my jokes that are not bad.
Because I was looking up the UN Secretary General. It's a very important thing for this credits.
Getting high on knowledge. I know I said Callum Monsieur Garbage. Turner.
Cameron Abbas.
Candace, listen to Dice Funk's Darling.
Caradwin, conduit of crushing on Austin in a respectful, non-horny way.
Chief Beef Thief.
Chloe the dog finds bone pile on her walk.
God, you love to see it.
They do.
Chris, conduit of bad decisions, Walling.
Christopher Charlow.
Coho Blast.
Corum is going to miss Smash Fiction. Thank you for being wonderful.
Counterfeit.
Cucumber.
Dandy Snuff.
Danielle Marsden, conduit of unnecessary consonants.
Daria, go freaking right.
Dawning Frost.
Daz is lost. Me
Oh,
too.
that's what that is. I thought it was just Daz is lost.
Daz is lost.
Deathworm Jim, sharing the adventures of Harley and Pancake as a weak faction?
Oh, I was gonna say facade.
Those
sound like animals.
Yeah, Pancake is an incredible animal name.
Yeah, food and then just regular people names are the best animal names. Decibel!
Declan Sands.
Dennis Pancake Detlefson.
Dice Fuck. Dungeons and Dildos spin-off for dogs? Wait,
Oh, what?
why for dogs? I thought it was just like a horny spin-off, but I guess dogs can have a dildo as a treat.
Austin! What?
I don't know. DM Tau. Now I have to deal with player shenanigans.
My brain is broken. Don Johnston.
Dorian, conduit of devotion.
Doro.
Dr. Isix.
Dragon Nexus.
Duck, conduit of stealing your V-Day chocolates, then blaming the dog. Dogs can have chocolates.
Dylan and Rylan, or Dylan and Rylan. I'll never stop saying it that way. The dog listening on a lazy Sunday morning. Also, dishes.
Dylan, conduit of gift pants.
Ebrand, toss a coin to your Lomo, oh titty of plenty.
I still haven't watched it because Lauren took my Netflix.
I don't know why you keep saying that.
Because maybe if I keep saying it, you'll give me Netflix.
Guys, I don't have my own. What are you even talking about, you ding dong?
Eowulta.
Ikorin.
Elder dog.
Elderly goose. Conduit of doing the best I can in 2020.
Eleanor Nonante sees Perichin, Hort vampire lady with depression.
Aline? You. Yes, you are a jellicle cat.
I'm Mr. Mistopheles. Elizabeth Jackalope.
Elusive Lily.
Emma, Math Tiger is 43.47% correct.
Indigo Vandane.
That's not a very good Math Tiger if they can't even get over 50%.
He's a tiger. Let him live.
I guess that is good for a tiger. Erwin Leilagadek.
Evie. Evie? We'll find out later. Conduit trying out a new name in the credits.
Even if we find out later, we won't get it right then as well. Fair Majesty, Empress Quintilian Galaxion.
Oh, I'm so glad I just read ahead. Faith and Valor, formerly transient passerby. I'm so excited.
Nut. All lowercase, no spaces.
Filmquisition.
Fists are the natural predators of puppets.
I don't like that sentence.
I think they're more like symbiotic. They need each other. It's not a predatory relationship.
Florian H.
Follow Slad Bible on Facebook.
Francois Arsenal.
Frank Sands.
Furries come infecting the credits prison.
A futuristic ferret-based society. That's what the new Star Trek should have been.
That's Austin's ideal world.
Mm-hmm.
Ginger beers.
Got more soul than a sock with a hole.
Is that a lot of soul or like none?
I have literally no idea what that means. It sounds like vaguely sexy.
Grapefruit juice.
Although I say that about any time someone incorporates the word hole. I'm just like, Graffiti, conduit of rhetorical vacillation.
GSV _ lasting damage.
Halju.
Harley the floral. Learcat.
Harrison Andrew.
Harry, Dad King getting high ratings from the Scalies.
It's a very scaly season. Hey guys, it's Ashley.
How do I make friend? Regards, conduit of social faux pas.
Ingmar Grumman.
Jaden.
James Neely.
Janiac, conduit of teledildonics.
We used to talk about teledildonics a lot on my old podcast. The field is exploding.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, it's like when you have a dildo that's like connected to a wireless thing and like someone else far away is like controlling the vibration or whatever.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Or you could simulate it if you have like two people dildoing each other, but the force feedback.
I got it. I don't know why you're still... I got it quite a ways back.
I got like 5 more minutes. Why do you...
You're like, hold on, I gotta talk about it.
Janiac bullies Austin while I watch. Why? Oh no. Everyone loves bullying me. Is it a sex thing?
Jaspel, new year, old me.
That was meaningful silence on that question.
Sure was.
J. Logan, conduit of queerness, mage of life.
Jayish wizard, the wizard of J.
Jealous goddess cosplay.
Jen.
Jenny Colby.
Jess Veggie, conduit of veggies.
Joanna the wrench witch.
Veggie rhymes with veggie.
It sure does, buddy.
You're smart, Jess. John Kerry, but not that one.
John Potts.
John Barnett, conduit of pillows.
John, conduit of subpar joke names.
Josie, retired vengeance paladin. Sun too hot.
Sun also too cold. I don't know if you noticed, but apparently today it's the same temperature in Antarctica as it is in Florida.
Really?
Yup.
Oh, that sounds...
bad?
Yeah.
It does.
Someone protect the penguins.
Jew-Man Jack, back from the planet crack.
Is that like a crack in the planet, or is that like a special kind of crack?
It could be like Planet Hollywood, but all they serve is crack.
Why?
I don't know.
Julian Phillips, conduit of Kaizen.
Just Adjuster.
Just Griff McTravelroy is back for Flashback February.
Juzzy, conduit of personal growth in 2020.
Kate, Conduit of Fading Regret.
Kiefer Lowe.
Kelladry offers Austin a hit of Mitzi's Good Cat Belly.
I would enjoy that, although I would die. Very allergic.
Yeah.
Keller Automat.
Ken, Conduit of finally writing this goddamn PhD dissertation.
Kenteroy.
Kevin, beasterizing into your heart.
Beasterizer, I believe, is the original name of Bloody Roar.
I don't know.
Killer Cotton Shizno. I'm gonna hold on. Let me Google Bucho
Oh my
Scali
god!
again.
Kaniku fan.
Keep going. I'm
Kitty
googling.
foe. Warm snoring burrito. H of Valentine candy. Corrito Prime. My Patreon saved a life. Damn, that's the opposite of what I wanted.
Yeah, Bloody Roar began in 1997 under the name Beasterizer.
Okay.
I win.
Sure, buddy.
You're very unimpressed with my Googling, I gotta say.
Very.
Where are we?
Christina. Conduit of Sharon needing a hug itself.
She really does. Criterion, the smoothest of Marios.
I don't know why Smooth Mario gets me, but it does. Kyle Badsvik.
Kyle, Conduit of Drop Goodwood, and King Badass / Fic.
Lady Misfit. Dino Fact. Dinocorus? Just Dinocorus. That's wrong. I don't care.
All right, so here we go again. I'm going to Google Dinocorus. Keep going.
Shut up! Larry Yelling Man. Hi, Larry. Who has a show that I'm also a host on. It's called Humans Hollering at News. Plug. Okay. Lars Owner. Ludovico Limited. Luke Powers. Conduit of flannel itself. Luther. The conduit of a button quail and a pear tree. Lynette X. Respect 2020.
Dinocorus look like they're creeping. I'm going to put one in the chat for you. They look like John Waters, but a dinosaur.
That can't be true.
I'm putting one in the chat for you. Here you
Please,
go.
do it faster.
Why are they doing that?
He's so chunky.
It does basically look like a bozog, honestly.
His tiny little stupid wings.
It's like it's not really trying to have wings.
What are those even for?
I don't know where we were.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, his stupid wings. I said Lynette X Respect 2020.
Okay, McLeod, Conduit of Perpetual Haunt.
Manticore Deathlord.
The Cult of Gorfanax.
Master Zimnohort.
Hieo Zanik.
Matt Collier.
Matt Lackett is enjoying some sleeping games. Self-care is hard.
Matthew, listen to Dice Funk and Neoscum Schultz.
Maximum Side Boob celebrating 1 full year of tasteful nudity.
Majin, Conduit of 3B, Conduit of 3D printing Dickosauruses for everyone to know.
I'm going to assume Dickosauruses are self-explanatory. Melbent.
Melissa the Dice Goblin, lots of goblins in the credits.
Mayor of Stone, Conqueror of Mountains, Harbinger of Glory, Forerunner.
Michael Hall.
Middle part. Michelle Minkler, Conduit of Shouting, Chris!
Relatable. Midlife Stasis, Conduit of Inevitability.
I wonder if someone has ever done the math how many episodes end with us yelling at Chris. Mike draws Sonic, watching his film with his best friend, you.
Miles, Conduit of Strong Byleth opinions, but she fun though.
She is fun, and if you don't think Smash Brothers needs more Fire Emblem characters, you don't understand. You're wrong. I'm sorry. We can't be friends.
Just say the names, you dork.
No, we need more Fire Emblem characters. This is the hill I'm dying on.
Matthew! Mr. Willie, Phoenix, Steven, Lesbian, Seagull, Pooh Bear, Shaker.
Namita Ineskins, Conduit of Error.
I cut you off. It felt good.
I'm saying, if anything, they should have... no.
God,
Okay.
you're so horny for Fire Emblem. you always are. You can't even argue.
I think instead of Byleth, they should have added all 3
See?
house leaders. They should have got Edelgard and Claude. Okay, where are we? Nathaniel Homon?
Yeah, you ding dong.
Nicholas Dominic.
Nicholas McDonald.
Nick.
Nick Thetford, I forgive you for bringing up face sitting.
Yeah, you're forgiven. 5 Hail Marys. Nicole Woodruff.
Only respect for my McQuare, hashtag Zoe Fan Club.
Paye Robsberg.
Pangolin.
It's just Pangolin and then period.
Yeah.
Patrick, why did you do this?
You know why they did it?
Patrick Babcock. All caps.
Patrick Williams.
Please check my webcomic, ruinousfortune.com.
Do it. Please tell Johnny I like my sandwiches with a dash of gravy. Thanks. L.
All of Johnny's sandwiches are very wet.
Pocket Sundial.
Preston Bowers.
You're not going to bring this energy into our good Christian credits. Pruitt Holcomb.
Pruitt Holcomb.
Oh, do you want to fucking go?
Oh my god.
I'm just rowdy. Puck Boy, which I almost read as fuck boy.
And that might be the joke. Pyropsychotic because the cake was a lie and who doesn't like fire?
Quantum materia term remota monaxi marmota monax materiam pos.
See, that person needs to increase their pledge as an apology. Razumi Yazura.
Remsiv.
Robert Chisholm, conduit of Gigantamax Cornelia, wrecking shit.
I do enjoy to wreck shit. Rule 34, Bob Chiaclone. Chiacalone?
It's very Italian. Giacolone.
Oh, I make the lasagna. I know, so pay the taxes.
S. Kearney, Crisis of Infinite Funk.
Salad Child.
Scarlet Eyes Yuri.
Sean Lyons Burke, conduit of Manning Byleth out of spite.
And also because she's a good character and very fun and has a completely different moveset than any of the other Fire Emblem sword users. I thought you were going to cut me off. I didn't really have any more.
I was trying to be nice this time.
Oh, thanks.
Simmons, conduit of harder slotty.
Sergeant Rattlebones, another year of skeleton warfare.
Shane Sedgwick.
Shane Ware, conduit of hedonistic pansexual polyamorous switches.
Simon Lee, conduit of Chungus, bearer Dinkus, minion of John Con.
Sin Milk Tom.
Sir Octopus, conduit of chivalrous cephalopods.
Slime King Mike, conduit of Gamer Goo.
That's also jizz.
There also is a product called Gamer Goo, and I only know this because a journalist I follow bought it to test it, and then I think she basically covered her entire body in Gamer Goo.
Something username.
It's not only jizz. Spaghetto arrested for Epcot crimes.
Sporeman Zero.
They love the Epcot crime. Starlight Glimmer did nothing wrong.
Stefan Lund votes for Fedora Cloud Vare and BBE on Dice Funk next season.
Steven Martinez, protector of Austin's bussy. There wasn't as much bussy threatening this month, I have to say. I feel relatively safe.
Well, see, you fucking idiot. You just admitted it out loud, and now they're going to do it more.
Please, I'm so fragile.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
Sydney Marsing.
Sorry that pack south soaking in that sun.
This is in Texas, right? I think so. Tabitha Spokes.
Tales of Inquiry.
Terraflops.
Jersey Pyrope Transing June Egbert.
Thanks, Austin. Great show.
Oh, it's so wholesome.
That's the kind of comment I can get behind. Clear, to the point, doesn't involve my bussy. I love it.
The murderous mongoose who is secretly standing directly behind you.
The precursor.
The tasty cakes that Yorsky bakes.
I haven't baked anything in 100 years. Toby Gleason Stack.
Tom Bowers.
Trees, they are us.
Or trees, they are us.
Treesy Therius.
Oh, dinosaur-y. Trevor S., the goblin teacher.
Shay summoning tentacles for Austin's 30th. Prep the bussiness. I spoke too soon.
Yeah, you really did. Universal Toby.
William Vink.
Will you be my Yementine?
That's more romantic. Yams are high in vitamins and minerals. Willem Dafoe's Secret Sunday. That feels like a Boston's favorite son pitch. Jonathan, I have a movie. It's called Willem Dafoe's Secret Sunday.
I would watch that.
Conrad's on it. You like Conrad.
I don't know why you're trying to call me out in front of everybody.
About enjoying Conrad's content?
Shut up.
Ziphosaurus.
Zoltar, the Viking death metal caterpillar conduit of retribution.
ZZZ. Maybe Austin will read these in reverse order. Also, I can look ahead and see you got scooped, ZZZ. Good try, though.
Also, why would you read it in reverse? You've never done that.
Because I'm a dipshit who keeps fucking up spreadsheets.
Okay, ZZZ, y'all want first spot, but Lauren Kate's Galaxy Brains get last word. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good try, Lauren Cates, but someone used I think it's like a Danish letter, which is an A and an E together, as in like ether. So Einar J is under that. And then someone else used punctuation. So
I'm only one it happen. I'm only happy when it rains, Zukas.
You want to do garbage voice?
What's garbage voice?
I'm Only Happy When It Rains is a song by Garbage, and she has that.
I don't know everything, Yorsky.
What's her name? Shirley Manson?
Shirley. Oh, I've heard of her.
Yeah, Shirley Manson. I'm only happy when it rains. I'm obviously a much more masculine sound, but it has a distinct. Anyway, they put quotations around it, so it's at the bottom of the list.
I was like, you singing it isn't going to make me have heard it.
But it might have reminded you that you heard it on the radio in the 90s when it was popular.
No.
They also have one of the best Bond themes. I'm just going to go out there. Unpopular opinion.
You have so many opinions today.
Especially about Byleth and James Bond? That
sounds like you, honestly.
What's my personality? What's my brand?
Dumb.
Hurtful. Okay, so
No, that's
support
my
the
brand.
people on the show. We got obviously patreon.com/LauraKBuzz. That's her. You got LauraKBuzz.com, Laura K Buzz on Twitter, all the Laura K Buzz. I mean, the links are in the description. You're aware of them. Patreon.com/weekly manga recap. That's Chris. Patreon.com/ofhorse. That's Conrad. Patreon.com/Austin Yorsky. That's me. That's how that list happens. And then, of course, Lauren. Not Laura, Lauren. What are you? Where are you?
I'm Rargalicious on Twitter. That is RAWRGLICIOUS. Also, starting in March, I am also a regular co-host on a podcast called Humans Hollering at News. Look it up. It's fun. It's fun and nice.
Oh, I also looked it up, that Dinocorus, that one that looks like a bozog mixed with John Waters. Its name is Greek for horrible hand, which is also what my girlfriends call me.
Oh my god. But